Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 16 of my Empire campaign, where we've got Manfred on the ropes. He's not looking very happy. In fact, I think he's dead. I mean, than usual, obviously. So we've managed to push him out of Sylvania, and looks like I've asked Kislev if they could retake Zvastra. If they can retake that, then they've got just Bachafan and Fort Jakov, and to be honest, and Eason, of course, but we've sacked that a couple of times, so that's not looking very good. But hopefully we're going to be able to push them back out of here, and we can then maintain our stranglehold on their little vampire homelands and kick them out once and for all. Although I do need to get a shrine or two up. Try and offset this vampiric corruption, which is always going to be here. There's always going to be a little bit of bitey boys there, so we need to try and suppress them as much as possible. The dwarves are still holding on amazingly. Kazakarak is under siege, but they do have... They've got Thorgrim there with a whole bunch of longbeards and some cannons, and also a big old garrison. So frankly, I don't think Azhag is going to be able to smash through that. I think he'll lose that siege if he tries to fight it. And Grombrindle is here in Akendorf, although that's all the territory I think they have. So if we can maybe try and help the dwarves push back. I mean, Zufbar isn't going to give us much. We've sacked Zufbar already, and that gave us a lot of cash. Basically, I need some more money, because we're upgrading Altdorf to the next rank, to level 5. So I would like to be able to get the Imperial Palace, because that's going to increase our tax income. It's also going to increase our public order, and we can also knock down the... Did I already knock down the pub? Apparently I did. I'm amazed people here are so... If someone knocked down my local, I would be absolutely fuming, especially if they were going to build the Imperial Palace in its place. But I guess when you're a peasant, you can't really complain. Okay, so Alberich, you're going to come up here. Help out with and some of this vampiric corruption, which is, say, just being a little bit of a problem. It is dropping slowly, but it's going to take a few turns to get it down to manageable levels. We've had some rebellions here, but that has helped with the public order. We've actually got plus 19 from buildings. I guess we do have 8 from that. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Where are we getting the other 5 from? Do we have global buildings? I don't think so. Oh well, I'm not going to really complain about getting more public order. Everyone there seems fairly happy. Getting quite a deficit from corruption. But otherwise, looking pretty good. So if we can just get... Western Sylvania under control, then we should be all fine. That's got, yeah, see, corruption is a big problem. Characters, military crackdown, so it's only really under control because we've got good old Balthazar here. Can we actually march him into Castle Tempelhof? That should help a little bit more. That'll just give us a little bit more breathing room. We can leave them there a turn or two. That'll help. Otherwise, I don't think we've got anything to do. We do have... Blessings of Sigmar upon you. And you. Volkmar's over here, and I'm thinking maybe... We've got Malagor. Malagor, he did raise Karaberg, but he's heading north now. I'm wondering if maybe we send Volkmar to go and grab Marienburg. I mean, I've already done it once, and it didn't go very well the first time, but what's public order here? We're actually okay. It's not too bad. It's okay here. Vampiric corruption is dropping. It's not going to be... They're not going to be very happy here, though. The instrument of Sigmar's will. Yeah, I might leave him here just a couple of turns just to boost up that public order. It's very much about trying to get the public order under control at the moment. I don't know what happened to Azhag, but it looks like Thorgrim went and sacked one of their towns. I mean, it might have been better to have taken it, but... Interesting moves from Skarstik. I think I'm going to send Volkmar back to the Reichland. We've just got no armies that side of our empire, and I'm feeling a little bit... I'm just being a touch vulnerable in that direction. And I feel like vulnerability is something that Skarstik would only take advantage of. Okay, I guess we're jumping in on that war then. They've used a earthquake. which is a bit of a weird right that the Skaven have. It's one that I don't tend to particularly use all that much. I mean, I guess it's useful if you've got a very strong fortress that you need to be, need knocked down. But generally, it's not that much of an issue. So, just a bit of a weird one. A bit like the plague, doesn't really work very well. Okay, Kislev's mobilising. That's good. What happened to these vampire arseholes? They wandered off. Okay, I guess we'll just go and sack Eason again. Do I take it this time? Fuck it, we're going to take it. It's my town now, Dave. Holy crap, I don't want to repair that. Jesus. You see that price? Oh, it's Dolph. Franken. Furter. Dolph Frankenfurter. Good. Okay, you come over here because we've got some quests to do. Of course, we did the quest for Balthazar last episode, and we now need to send someone down here. I need to get that. Need to get that going on. Do I want to go and sack Zufbar again just for funsies? I mean, it would make us some cash. It's not the worst idea. Hello. Hello. Grizz Gut Stabber. My goodness, you've gone a bit overboard on the Orc Boar boys, haven't we? Gone a little bit mad. Let's see if we can lure him in. How much movement rate? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm fairly... Okay, if each of these markers is 25%, that's definitely not... Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work great. Okay, that's the second time that's happened.
Onwards.
I guess just hop in here. Okay, public order is going up. That's good, like that.
By the Heldenhammer.
Okay, Carol. Really? Carol? Fine, whatever. I'm not judging. Let's go smoke and mirrors. I just think you're very It's fine. Doesn't matter.
The righteous hammer.
Doesn't matter. We've got a very big policy of don't ask, don't want to know. Okay, we're going to send you over here. I think the public order here is could be better, but it's okay. Let's get you upgrading. That should help a little bit. It's 16 turns, so that's probably going to be all right. Yep, I think I've said this before. The only problem I find with the old World Rites mod is that all the rights are really fucking expensive. Like 7k for Imperial policies. I mean, one, I don't know what it does. And two, I don't know if it's worth 7k. I mean, 7k can buy you a lot of shit. I mean, that's almost an Imperial Palace. I mean, I don't know what policies they are, but they shouldn't be that fucking expensive.
Tools of judgment ready.
Bloody government. Okay, Albrecht, you are still reducing corruption. Corruption is increasing there. Oh, because there's a wascally vampire. Well, not a vampire. A wascally white, which works even better. So we're going to pop you over there. Wait, hang on. You're not Albrecht. You're Moneybags. Who do you think you're not an assassin?
They will be
Trying to sneak away and do something useful, you cheeky bastard.
on march.
You little bugger. He's trying to wheedle his way into my good books. That's not going to happen. You are reducing the public. Okay, good. I do want to send some help for the dwarves, but it looks like the dwarves seem to be okay at the moment. It looks like the greenskins might be sending armies in my direction as well, so might have even more fun to deal with. We've got damaged buildings, yeah, but they're really expensive. I don't know if I really want to fix them, so I might just like not and see what happens. Worst case, squatters turn up. I don't know. I forgot about Carcass as well. And we've got a Field Warden. It's nice. Love a good Field Warden. Actually, it's a terrible follower. The ones that give Untainted are really useful, but those guys, a bit naff. I mean, the AI very rarely ambushes, and when it does, it's usually fairly easy to spot them. I have been caught out a couple of times, but I don't think it's... Oh, they dealt with that army. Thank you. I don't think it's really enough to warrant... Oh my god, Ralph has been wounded. Grotslick. What's a bugger? Okay, you're up there. Yeah, you're going to flee back the way you came from. Good. Don't come back. Khemri's declared war on a lot of people. And the Beastmen on Paravon. To be honest, I'm amazed that the Beastmen went to war at Paravon already, but that's just me. So they knocked down Fort Ostrok's walls, and now they've played it as well. Growth minus 30. Well, I mean, Plague's just a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird mechanic. And it's not really... I don't know. Oh, God. Where do they come from? Like, honest to God. Like, sweet, merciful... Okay, never mind. Let's, Carcass. Have you ever considered about wandering through the desert by yourself and gradually losing your sanity as you run low on supplies of water? I think that sounds like a fun thing to do. Let's do that. We're also going to head back to... Because it looks like Piffledork might well get sacked yet again, as the stuff Snatchers are moving in that direction. So I'm not going to bother building any buildings there because we might lose them. Now, where are these vampires?
I trust no man. Jade Wizard.
Send you over here.
The power of nature is yours.
Thanks. I love your voice, by the way. This guy's got a great...
Gairan whispers. Our paths have crossed.
I love it. He's got such a good voice. Fantastic. Okay, so this army has been dealt with. So I'm wondering if... Oh, no. I mean... We could sack it again. So let's move Balthazar back here so we can sack old Zuffbar again. I thought it said Glitter for a moment. I thought that's a odd name for a goblin. Almost more disconcerting than Grotslick.
Flame on.
And you're literally here just for cash. I could recruit another agent, but I don't really want to, so I might... Well, I could.
Sigma grant me.
Could we recruit anyone? No, not here. What? No, it will have to be at Grunberg, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. We could get a witch hunter. Although battle wizards are always cheap. No, we can't get a witch hunter. We literally couldn't. We could get a wizard. Perceptive, noble, determined, confident, monster hunter, knowledgeable. I mean, knowledgeable's good. More public order's not bad. Let's get Ubel, Hammerheim.
What is your wish?
My wish is for you to, I don't know, be a wizard? I guess? Jafar 2? The return of the Jafar? Where's Estalia? It's down here somewhere. Is it around here? Is it around here? Where do I have to go? What was the thing? Hang on, quests. Karakhan got no. Sub no. Magritta, that was it. That's bloody miles away. Look at that. It's going to take bloody ages to get there in just a robe. Where are you? Where have you gone?
I await to advise.
You didn't even start your journey. You're taking your time to pack, you lazy git. Get a move on. Don't have all day. Do these buildings repair themselves slowly? Well, it does say it's less than it used to. I guess they do repair themselves slowly. In that case, just hold off there, I guess. Money bags, you're going to go back to living in this gold mine. That's it. Slave away in the gold mine where you belong. Okay, I want to sack Zuffbar just for the funsies. I'm not going to fix the buildings because I don't want to. Just guess we'll end the turn. Where are those? That's the snuff snatchers? No, if it was just snuff they were snatching, that wouldn't be so much of an issue. But they are just snatching stuff instead. And there's a lot more stuff. And that's a problem. Especially when they're heading towards Piffledork. Uh-oh. There they are. Bloody stuff stature. Okay, the gods are angry, are they? I could use more public order, so alright, sure. I'll pay for the stuff.
has shown us the path.
Has he? It's good of him. What an absolute chap he is. I guess if I move here,
Onwards.
if I do that,
I
I can lay an ambush. Got a lot of forest goblin spider riders. That's less than ideal. You've all got fanatics. That's also less than ideal.
Blessings of Sigmar upon you.
I think we'll probably be fine.
Let me think about it. No!
Okay, well, I'll mull that over. While we're mulling that over, Albrecht, can you nobble Peter?
Die.
Yes, you can. Look at that. Just iced him. Judge, jury, executioner. So if I give you, if you give you a greatsword, you loot. Is that an actual item? I guess it must be. But I kind of prefer your gun. I mean, sure. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So I guess the public order here is going to be pretty appalling. Would be my guess. We can lay siege to you though. Pretty sure we can just auto-resolve that. Yeah, that's fine. We can sack. We got a steel standard. Arcane sigils woven into the fabric of this banner blaze brightly in the presence of metal, altering heavy, cumbersome armor, making it as light as a feather. Ooh. Fancy. Let's get you back into Castle Drakenhof for a little bit more replenishment. Who, I mean, what we got? Tollkeeper is kind of meh. Ratcatcher is Vampire. Nah, I don't know. Let's give you the Steel Standard. Barber Surgeon I quite like. Okay, we'll keep that. And I feel like there's it looks like Ungrim has been stopping the green. It looks like the Greenskins were sending armies down this pass. I'm guessing maybe they stopped their attacks on the dwarves and sent armies up through the mountains to try and attack us. But Ungrim's been smashing them as they try it. So thanks, Ungrim. Nice work. Big hats off to you. I'm thinking let's go impassioned because more melee defense is going to keep you safe. And Jafar, you've got all that going on. I guess we could give you. I mean, that only affects flying units. Let's give you Thunderbolt. Sure, I guess seems fine. Public orders okay here. I kind of want to save up for. Okay, 3 turns, and we can then build the Imperial Palace, and that will give public order across the entire empire. Okay, so we've done that one. Good. Win the following battle with Supreme Patriarch Balthazar Gelt's army, the Cloak of Molten Metal, Broken Leg Gully. 1. With the route scouted ahead, Gelt sets out for Broken Leg Gully to claim the Gromril for his own. The dwarves can keep their secrets. Gelt will discover the means himself. Now, if this is the quest battle I think it is, it's an absolute bastard. And the reason it's an absolute bastard is because you get almost 2 armies attacking you, one of which comes from the flanks. So, if I remember correctly, I'm going to have to do a lot of switching around. I'm not too bothered by Easton. So what we're going to do is we're going to send Elspeth back. I'm going to switch. I'm going to give all the swordsmen over to Elspeth and all the halberdiers over to Gelt.
Ready.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Might give him the cannon as well. Because I just remember this battle being an absolute sod. It's one of them. I think Gelt has some. The quest battle is weird because some of them are pitifully easy. Like some of them are just an absolute fucking walk in the park. Like you could do it without even worrying about it. And some of them are just absolutely brutal. I'm thinking some of the Archaon ones are really nasty. Ungrim's quest battles. Just trying to think. One of them's quite nasty. And we have to fight Chaos Warriors because there's a lot of Chaos Warriors. And yeah, if you do not have the right army, you are screwed. And you can actually get the quest battle quite early on. And if you don't do it right, if you don't have the right units, if you don't have units that can just hold back Chaos Warriors, you are stuffed. So quite tricky. But we're going to save. We're going to save our monies. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you just sort of repair. Sure. Settlement upgrade. Yeah, we're not going to do anything though. Just going to skip all of that and then end the turn. We'll trade over the halberdiers. Carcass is going to go mad in the desert. I might send him back over to like just kick Phil in the head because everyone hates Phil. Like I'm trying to be nice to him, but he just kept trying to assault Carcass. Like what is your problem, mate? He just deserves a good kick in the face.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act on it.
Hello, Manfred. You want a peace treaty? I'm going to... I mean, I could take the peace treaty. I could take it. I feel like Manfred's in a lot of trouble. So, I mean, we could just, like, not worry about him. Or we could... I think we need to finish him off. Deal with him now. So he's not a problem later. Oh no. We've lost our trade agreement with Bretonia. That's a bit of a thing. What's going on? Corone is still owned by Bretonia. I guess they've lost their port. Because they have a capital, but it's not a port. So if they lose their other province, or their other settlement in that province, then they don't have a sea link, and I think that's what they need. If we take Marienburg, we can then get another trade agreement with them. So it might not necessarily be a problem. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, so we've got a little goblin problem and a lot of spider riders. That's not going to be fun to deal with. So we're going to meet the enemy in this little village on the edge of Piffledork, which is going to be used to anchor our line with. So we've got this little barn here. That looks nice. I mean, no, it looks like a dump. But we're going to use that. So we're going to use this one over here as well. So we've already got some swordsmen. Here come the enemy army. We've got some spearmen. We're going to use that to anchor our line with the halberdiers and then bring our handgunners in. It's not going to create a particularly good line. The AI does struggle with sort of pathfinding like this. It will assume that this is an entirely flat front and won't split its army into two. It will just sort of like filter in and probably end up squidging around the edges to try and sneak through or something like that. But never mind. That's just life for you. They do have lots of creepy spiders. Look at them all. Wriggling away. Scuttling. Ugh. Oh, ugh, it's horrible. Luminar's going to open fire. And Blatt... Well, it does actually quite a bit of damage, doesn't it? Where is it? Where is it? 6 kills. I mean, it's not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Most of the army I can't actually see because a lot of them are like hidden. They've got skulk, so they can move and stealth at the same time. In come some of the forest goblin spider riders. They're smashing into our lines there. I think we're going to be okay. The spider riders not a particularly good unit. As you can see, their melee attack is rather poor there. I think they're being debuffed, so that's quite nice. Yeah, we've got glittering scales here, so that reduces their melee attack down to 17. Their charge bonus isn't particularly good. They're not very good cavalry, basically. I feel like Warhammer does have a bit of a problem with just generally crappy cavalry. Some units just aren't really worth it. They're worth it in the sort of like, I guess they're cheap, but I feel like when you get to a certain level, Nice little pendulum there. When you get to a certain level, your army, because you only have 20 units in it, it's just not worth... Oh, God. I mean, that house just got hit by a mortar shell and it's fine, so that's nice. So Nasty Skulkers there just leaping in. The enemy general is he's managed to sneak past and is currently attacking. I mean, that guy, he did not expect that, did he? And he lost his head, and it's important in battle not to lose your head, literally. So we're going to deal with him. So Volkmar, here comes Volkmar, and of course Helmut is there as well. So yeah, so cheap units. Good if you have the space. That was a nice shot. Excellent. Uh-oh, fanatics. That's not good. Oh, ow. Ow, lots of fanatics over here as we manage to completely surround these units of night goblins. But cheap units just not really worth it at a certain point. You're like, you can't really fight elite units with cheap units. You need elite units of your own, and because obviously the 15% upkeep increase for each lord you have, it feels like the best thing to do is to have the best units you can have, because you can't actually have that many armies. So it's kind of different with the Bretonnians, because the Bretonnians do obviously have... They don't have the upkeep increase for some reason. It's because they can't have as many peasants as they want. They have the peasant economy. So Night Goblins getting surrounded and cut down. Most of the enemy army is now running for their lives. Volkmar chasing after the enemy general there. He's legging it. Volkmar... I mean, he's in a big robe, he's in a dress, but he's being very, very stoic about the whole... I'm not going to run. Cool guys don't run. I'm just going to walk. Unfortunately, it's not doing much to help sort of catch up with the enemy general. The Death Runners are a nasty unit. They're very good against armoured units, but to be honest, these guys aren't particularly armoured. I mean, they're very killy. They're very stabby and very killy. But they're not really suited for frontline combat. They're more flankers, so they're doing okay here. They are breaking through our line, but definitely not doing as much damage as they could. Luminarch going to open fire on the enemy general. And basically just evaporated him. I think he lost his arm. Yes, he lost his arm. And with his death, his army breaks and runs. Interesting fact, the enemy general running away does cause some morale penalties, I believe. But his death causes morale shock. So if he's running away, it's definitely worth trying to kill him, because that might actually break the entirety of the enemy army. But there we go. They are now running for the hills, being chased down by our outriders. Took quite a lot of damage. But we're okay. Okay, well that's them dealt with. Could we get... You know what, actually I'll take the cash, thanks. That's right, you come to snatch my stuff, I'll snatch it right back. Have it. Have it, Zogoth. Well, I have no doubt of that. We've got the Royal Altdorf Griffites as well. Majestic and power personified, their devastating charge exemplifying their regal brilliance. God, and a ruby ring of ruin, and a scribe. Goodness me, what a lot of stuff. And Volkmar's leveled up. I think we're going to give him the Grand Hammer of Sigmar. That 26 melee attack. That can be a nice buff there. And Helmut is going to get Deadly Blade. And we're going to finish off the... Oh, you come back here, you little bugger. Let's finish him off. Nice and easy. I'll take the cash again. And Hedge Wizard, Crown of Command, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Excellent. That was pretty bloody good. I wonder if we can... Hang on. Where are the Stuff Snatchers? Because I know they've got another army around here somewhere, and frankly, I can't be bothered. Right, well, I think you've literally got one lord by himself, so I really think you should take that. I just keep thinking they're just going to keep appearing out of the fog of war every so often just to basically annoy me. What we could do here, I do like the Penumbral Pendulum is quite good, isn't it? So I think we'll grab that. We'll grab that. And we will switch some of these units. So, Elspeth does better with swordsmen, so we're going to give her all the swordsmen, I think including the Sigmar's sons. switch out something like that. I think we'll switch the Free Company Militia for... I'm thinking the Great Cannon and maybe the Outriders. And maybe we swap these... Oh, no, I do kind of want to keep the... Alright, well maybe we'll do this just for this battle. So we'll do this.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
So you don't... What? Why? Have you moved?
The Empire.
You haven't moved, have you?
Now.
Is it because they marched? Fuck, doesn't matter. Balthazar. Balthazar, we're going to do your quest battle next, I think. So, with that in mind, what's going to be the best option here? Plague of Rust is nice. Glittering Robe, Gehenna's Golden Hound. Transmutation of Lead is an area hex that does reduce melee attack and weapon damage. And a 50% reduction in weapon damage is pretty huge. But it's not actually that expensive, is it? Tell you 10 Winds of Magic. It's not that bad. Let's give ourselves more options. I like options. Right. So we're going to... How long before Altdorf is finished? 2 turns. Fine. I could potentially knock down one of these. Let's knock down the barracks. I want a Shrine of Sigmar in there. I need walls here as well, so let's build that. Let's not build that at the moment. So, what we're going to do next is we're going to do Balthazar's quest battle. I know, I think this is the quest battle. It is an absolute bastard.
The nation calls.
So, I think this army should be fine because we've got lots of... From what I remember, there's a lot of enemy cavalry that just flanks the shit out of you. So I feel like having lots of halberdiers and the demigriffs should blunt that, and then we just need to deal with the infantry, which should be fine. And obviously we've got bloody Lothir here as well. So I mean, Lothir can probably take on the entire army by himself. Plus, you know, Balthazar, and of course Jafar, who is just second fiddle to Balthazar. But what you gonna do? Do I want to change anything here? I think I'm okay with this, actually. Screaming Banner is fine. Apprentice I quite like. Scribe's good. Like the War Banner. Might be able to maybe give you something. Like... And yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? Little bit more untainted. He does have Bloodlust. That does reduce the army... it reduces the army leadership, but increases replenishment? Yeah. So Balthazar, Lothir, and Jafar are all bloodthirsty, which means we get another 15%. I think we've probably maxed casualty replenishment rate at the moment for these guys. But that's okay. Pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to leave it for this episode. And next time we'll be doing Balthazar's quest battle in Broken Leg Gully, where I hope we're not going to get completely murdered. Fingers crossed. That's going to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Empire campaign.